I heard that Nintendo Switch Sports relies on Nintendo Switch Online to be fun. As someone who hates the service so much and refuses to pay even the measly $20 for it, I can confirm. Nintendo Switch Sports offline offerings are incredibly shallow and sparse. There are only 6 sports and there are very few options that can be used to freshen them up. But goddamn, having bowling on my Switch got me to buy a physical copy. Speaking of bowling, I'll start positively and go over bowling. This is easily my favorite sport of the bunch and feels just as good as it did 15 years ago. If there are multiple people playing on one console, they can all bowl simultaneously, which speeds up the game significantly. The player can pick different difficulty levels as well, which will put obstacles on the field. It may be simple, but it's still a lot of fun 15 years later. If I end up returning to this game in the future, bowling will be the primary suspect. Chambara is cool too. The player can pick between 3 sword types: regular, dual wield, and the charged sword. The regular sword will have the strongest basic attack, and the charged sword will have a weaker basic attack, but a charged attack as well. The dual wield option will allow the player to use the dual wield strike. The player can block the opponent's attack if they hold their Joy-Con opposite of their opponent. The objective is to knock your enemy off the edge. It's a fine sport and all, but after a few rounds with my brother, I had my fill. Soccer was kind of a miss in my opinion. I think it may be the character's speed, but something just felt off. It's a shame because I was hoping to love this one. The characters run around the field and try to hit a giant soccer ball into the net. You could do 1v1 or 4v4. There's also a shootout mode if one has a leg strap accessory. This came with a physical purchase of the game. It basically feels like a less fun Rocket League. Like Chambara above, a couple of games in, and I had my fill. Then we have tennis. What do you want me to say? Remember how in Wii Sports when you shake the Wii remote the racket swings? It's the same here. There are different hits that one can do, like the light hit, power hit, topspin hit. There are also a couple of different courts and they affect how the ball bounces. I still don't think there's too much going on here. A couple matches later, I had my fill. Badminton is also here, which to me is kind of odd. I guess it's easy to develop because it's similar to tennis, but there are different nuances to it. To say it's a direct copy to tennis isn't quite fair, but to say it's a boring choice and there are only 6 sports total, it's warranted in my opinion. The racket makes a nice noise when the birdie hits it, so that's cool. Guess what happened after a few matches? I had my fill. Last but not least is volleyball. Really? Another sport that involves hitting a ball over a net above you? Again, to call it a direct copy to tennis isn't fair, as there are different motions like spiking and setting the ball, but come on! Again, there are only 6 sports, so for 3 of them to be so similar, it makes the game boring really quick. Like with some of the other sports, I played a couple of matches and had my fill. Golf may be coming this fall, but I'm reviewing what we have now, damn it! Another thing that kills this game is the fact that there are very few options to change up the games themselves. Bowling has harder modes, Chambara has 3 different swords, and soccer has a shootout mode. But that's about it for offline modes. This pales in comparison to Wii Sports, and especially Wii Sports Resort. I remember messing around in the target practice and tennis way too much as a wee lad. Or how about that 100-pin bowling? I love trying to get on the rails and make all the pins fall. Magic moments like this are just simply gone here. In the original Wii Sports, the 5 sports had their own mini-games. There is nothing like that here. Even something as simple and dumb as leveling up to be a pro is a fun incentive to keep playing these sports. I like getting that pro status in bowling to get that cool ball. In Switch Sports, there is no offline progression whatsoever. One can unlock new cosmetics by playing online, but I heard that was bad somehow. Wii Sports may be simple and shallow, but it gets the pass because it was bundled with the Wii. Wii Sports Resorts were priced as $50 back in the day, but it came with this staggering 12 sports. And yes, I'm aware that I'm missing some features because I'm not playing online, but there's little excuse for a game that costs $40 to be this light on content. I got a physical copy too, so it actually cost me $50. I'm missing some features by not playing online, such as the admittedly cool idea of Battle Royale in bowling. I wanted to buy a game, not an advertisement for Nintendo Switch Online. Even when one boots the game up, online play is front and center, which feels wrong to me. Online play should supplement a game like this, not be the main feature. At the end of the day, this game got me to hook up my Wii and play Wii Sports again, as well as look at the prices of Wii Sports Resort since I actually never owned that one. That's not necessarily a compliment. It's one thing if an entry in a franchise is so good that you want to revisit older games, but I want to revisit these older games in spite of Nintendo Switch Sports. These games have more going on for them. Something as fun as seeing your beautiful Billy Mays and Peter Griffin Mees in the background is way more personality than this entire package. I'm giving this a 3 out of 7. It is under average to say the least. The only reason that I would hook this up again is if I have friends over, they want to try the bowling. At that point, I may just hook up my Wii or Wii U and play the original, or Resort once I get that one. I've played this for an hour and a half, and I have very little reason to go back. That just isn't worth 50 bones no matter what way you slice it. Yes, it's not as much as, say, Mario Party Superstars, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at $60, but for 40 bones, or 50 if you are physical collectors, it is just simply too much for this. Many are better saving that cash and putting it towards a game that has content. Over 3 years after launch, I'm still playing Smash Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I will not be able to say the same for this game.